So this is my more thoughtful video. So there was something that I didn't really get to yesterday, and then I feel like it's okay. It was meant to be, I think that video got cut off. It was meant to be because there's actually more now. Yeah, so this playlist that I created for this trip that the kids and I are going on, a lot of the songs went on this playlist 2 summers ago. That's when I started making it, because I was like, well, let me just start working on it because we'll be going in the spring. And then, it'll give me time. I was just so excited, I was just really excited. And I was like wanting to think about that. I was probably looking for anything to feel excited about or happy about at that time. And so I started working on it then. And I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of thought that went into what went on that playlist. When I felt something, I just kind of popped it on there, and it's been edited a bunch of times, but and then I've continually added songs to it. There was a time when I probably slowed down on that, and then I just what's it? Maybe in the late spring I added some, and I also had to create a whole new playlist. Yeah, I'm not going to get into why, but I had to kind of revamp the whole entire thing on some level, but at the same point in time, there's still some song, like many of the songs that were initially put on there are still on there. It's just that I had to like do a lot of revamping to give it to revive it, basically, because something kind of it's hard to explain. I'm not going to get into it, but something happened to it that that could very well make me ditch the whole entire thing altogether, and I wasn't going to do that. So I didn't, and I'm glad that I didn't. And now it is perfect. I just finished it this morning. I did. I finished it. And you know what's crazy is that it's 3 hours and 33 minutes, which my life number is 3. So, and then 3 through 3 also adds up to 9, which I don't know. There's meaning in that too. So, anyway, that playlist, you know what's so weird is that at that time I didn't really look up the lyrics a whole lot when I was making playlists, and I just didn't with this. I just went with, like, I definitely wasn't going for songs that were depressing or down, or definitely not songs that are, about grief or anything like that. Okay, so I mean, I did give it some thought, but as far as like looking at the lyrics and thinking about the meaning, I didn't do that with this. I really didn't. I didn't do that at all with this playlist. And that kind of goes along with the same exact theme as my first Car Beats playlist. So this is Car Beats 3 dot perfect, but it was initially Car Beats 3, but I needed to, it really is perfect, and I wanted it to be just different than it was. So that was a part of the revamping. And it's just the truth, really. It really is the truth, because it really is perfect now. Now I understand why I named it that. But with that first Car Beats playlist that I made, I realized, because at that time we didn't have data, I realized that I had to get like the morning we were leaving, the morning I was leaving with the kids on my first trip with them to San Diego, we needed music. And so I just hustled my butt off so fast. And within 15 minutes, I created a playlist. And that was this, like, now it's like this, infamous Car Beats 1. And all the kids love it so much, and it gives us so much feeling. But when I go back and I listen to that playlist, it's like it has so much meaning in it. It's insane. It's like honestly, Spirit knew what was gonna happen in my life over the next 3 years, and even when we got back, even, because there's even one that there's even a song that like plays a role, and that kind of like represents me going home and announcing to Ryan that we were getting a divorce. So there was just so much in this playlist. I'm like, how in the world can this playlist have all of these songs that have so much meaning? And now there's even more meaning in that. When I go back and listen to it, there's even more meaning in Car Beats 1, that it's like, this really was when it was put together, this really was a representation of like sort of it wasn't like that was the beginning of the season for me that I'm closing, or the chapter for me that I'm closing, but it was the beginning of this chapter with the kids and I. And then this is the end of that chapter. Like, it's closing, and then we're moving on to our best lives. I mean, we're already, we're already there in some ways, but it's like, I think we all need this closure, this special time of closure together, just us, and, this time of bonding and really celebrating what we've created together, because we've done so much, and we've been through so much, and it's just so magical. So anyway, that Car Beats 1 playlist has so many songs on it that it blows my mind how much meaning it has in it to this day, that I didn't even know then. Didn't even know. And now it's like I understand so much more. And meanwhile, I've created this other Car Beats 3. I created it 2 summers ago, and then we couldn't go because of COVID. So it just sat there, and I've done, like I've said, I've added some songs, but without really thinking about it. Same as Car Beats 1. I literally just boom, 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 as quick as I could, downloaded it, and with this one, same thing. And now I going back through this, and I'm in this mode of like really, I don't know, maybe part of it's the looping, it's made me really, really, really appreciate the meaning in music, and the lyrics, and it's like poetry, but on some levels just even more so, and because it's with the music as well. So there's just so much to it. There's just so much to it. And anyway, and honestly, with this playlist, I haven't looked up the lyrics even still, because that's not what this is about. I put them on there. There might be some lyrics that don't make sense and whatever, but I can't get over how much is in this playlist that has direct relationship to me and the kids and our lives. Like, our lives, like, it's crazy, the meaning in these songs. I can't even, sometimes it's like the name of the song, the lyrics, it's like stuff that there's no doubt that this was made by Spirit. There's no doubt that this was made by Spirit. There's no chance that it couldn't have been. It's just like mind-blowing. I know I'm talking about this for so long, but it's just mind-blowing. It's totally, totally mind-blowing. So yeah, maybe eventually I'll look up the lyrics, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just don't need to. It's just a feeling. And that playlist, oh my gosh, I can just imagine, this playlist has a lot of feeling in it. It has a lot of instrumentals, and just a lot of dynamics. It's very, if you were to like label music, very kinesthetic, which is totally up my alley right now. And that's what I wanted it to be. Well, I don't know if it was right in the very beginning, but at some point I realized that that's what I really want. No, it was pretty quick, pretty right at the beginning. I felt that way about it. I wanted it to really just echo and really just surround you, just envelop you. Because when you're driving through all these beautiful places, there are, all of these places are just mind-blowing. And then on top of that, if you can put music to it that just radiates your core and every part of you and into your cells, then every time you listen to that playlist, you're always going to be brought back to it, So I'm listening to this music, and I'm just like blown away, knowing all of the feeling that's going to be attached to it, because it already feels really, really good to me right now. But put all those feelings that are anchored to it together. Oh God. And we're literally less than 5 days away from leaving. I don't even know, the time is just flying. Today's day 10 too, my water and urine fast. But yeah, that was just something I wanted to mention. I wanted to talk about for honestly my own benefit to have this recording of it. And I don't know. I guess if you're watching it, maybe you're just, if someone is watching it and maybe they're like just interested in this journey, then maybe this could be something interesting, but maybe not. And that's okay too. But yeah, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I've waited so long for this playlist. I've waited so long for this playlist to roll out and to like press play in the car with the kids when we're leaving. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. And, you know, Rowan has had some second thoughts about going just because she's so attached to Nolan. But then we talked about that, and she really feels like she's meant to go. He's probably going to be on FaceTime quite a lot, which is great. But I just think that we really need this. Like, we each need it for separate reasons, and we also need it together too, you know? And that there's going to be some things that are going to happen. And, you know, when you get away, when you have time away from your significant other, like, you can really, you can go to places, just, I guess, I don't know, places that you can't with them, I guess. And so it's good to take a little bit of time sometimes. And really Rowan has been very, very, pretty close and pretty attached with Nolan. They're very, very attached to each other. So who knows what types of epiphanies and things that are going to happen for her on this trip, you know, realizations about her life and everything. And Merrick's been a little hesitant because, well, his dad, Ryan, offered to fly him out to San Diego so that Merrick could stay back and hang out with some friends, like basically over my birthday. And you know, that was just the time that they're coming. And that was a little tempting to Merrick because he was a little bummed about us having to drive, you know, the extra miles. But I just don't think he knows what's ahead of him. And I explained it to him. I was like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, I don't know if I'm going to do this again, and it will never be the same. And you're welcome to do that. If that's what you really want to do, you're welcome to do that. He can fly you out and we'll pick you up and you can join us in San Diego, because he really just wants to be in San Diego. I mean, that's where we used to live. You know, it's our home, and he has friends there, and his cousins, and my brother and sister-in-law are out there, and my niece and nephews and stuff. They just bought an amazing new house. It's got an amazing view, and I'm really excited to see it. But yeah, Kiersta's the only one that's like really super geared up, just like me. Like, we're both very adventurous, and we both have been waiting for this. And she's like, I just can't get it out of my mind now. It's just, that's the only thing I want to do. I'm like one track mind. I'm so ready to go. And yeah, so yeah, it's just, I mean, that's the rundown on how we feel about it. So I had this other random thing happen to me today. I was playing with this, you know, my sensory thing. I'm going to totally confess something. At work, I've been randomly, I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, but it's a little bit like, oh, I don't know, it's a little weird. But just this like sensory thing is like, I just honestly cannot get enough. Like, even just thinking about it right now, I just literally cannot get enough of like this grabby, feely thing that I've got going on. And so I've actually we throw away a lot of food at the resort. Like, I was going to bring home vegetables, a huge vegetable tray for the animals and just for the kids. And I just missed it. They threw it all in the garbage, all of it in the garbage. And it's so sad. But anyway, there's tons of food extra. So I don't feel guilty like messing with food there, because so much of it gets thrown out. But like there's like brownies, or, oh, I did this with chocolate chip cookie. I like smashed it and just felt it like move in my hands. Also, this cheese was sliced so thin, and just the feeling of it in my hands felt so good. It felt like so silky, and just, I can't even get over it. But I was messing with this this toy that I had. Is a little bit phallic, but it's like one of those things, it's like a tube, and I was messing with it and squeezing it, and it looked different to me. Like, oh, it just looked like one of those toys that you, like, it pops out and it gets big and small. But no, it was basically breaking, I guess. And I broke the thing on my lap this morning with sparkles. If you saw sparkles in my video earlier, I think, I don't know if I have sparkles, but I literally sparkles and water all over my lap for the last 2 hours of my classes, and I didn't go change. But anyway, that's it. I love you so much.